Hi, my name is Sebastiaan van der Schrier from socialanxietysolutions.com. I'm a personal coach who overcame his own social anxiety, and I've been coaching socially anxious clients to help them feel calm, relaxed, and at ease in social situations for the past 10 years. And today, I want to uncover a particular myth or bust a belief. And that belief is something that I read on one of my videos, and I made a note of it to come back to it and to actually talk about it. And that was because it was quite a defeatist attitude that the person in question wrote down. And what he or she wrote down was, I am just awkward and there's nothing I can do about it. Wow, man, that sucks to believe that, because I can understand that if that's your experience and that has been your experience for your whole life, then hey, it must be that way, right? It only makes sense to think that way. However, if that is you, if you feel that way, I just want to take you through a little thought experiment, and I'll pre-phrase it. Okay, so we have particular innate needs that we come into this world with. To get sufficient attention, to be accepted as we are, to be appreciated and valued, to receive physical affection and healthy touching on a daily basis, and to be allowed to start to become independent. Now, whenever we don't get these needs, a wound is formed. Okay, so when someone has been awkward for a long time, or as long as they can remember, that tells me that they're not okay with who it is that they are. So if that's you, you're dealing with, and this is not a judgment, it's just an observation or an analysis, even though I don't know you, but it's something that I experienced myself. You're dealing with a lack of self-acceptance. Now that has to come from somewhere. So when you're born, you're not awkward. You're not born an awkward baby, right? So you have learned that. And how can you possibly have learned that? Well, think about the people that are closest to you, your caregivers, your mom, your dad, maybe your siblings, maybe a teacher, or most likely it's the parents. Now, if there's something dysfunctional going on in the house, and by the way, that doesn't have to be something massive like sexual abuse or ritual beatings or any of that stuff, though, obviously that does have a real big effect. It can be as seemingly subtle as your parents having very high expectations of you, you never measuring up, or your parents being critical, or your mom being super stressed, or having a different kind of family structure and feeling ashamed of that, etc. It can be a whole bunch of things. Anyway, you come into this world and you have these needs, and if these needs are not fulfilled, then it creates emotional wounds, and you can become not okay with yourself. So then you're not in alignment with yourself. You're not congruent with who you really are. So for example, if you are constantly criticized and corrected and you have to do everything right, you can't do anything wrong, then then you start to behave. You try to get approval all the time, and you need that approval. You're desperate for that approval, and you crave that acceptance that you're not getting. And that makes you incongruent with who you are. You're then not just naturally being yourself, you're not being, but you're behaving. Your brain is learning, okay, well, when I talk in this kind of way, then I get approval. And if I don't do anything stupid and I always look proper and good and right, then I won't get rejected. So I have to do this. And you start to kind of lose touch with yourself, and that's awkward. When you have experiences where you can't fully feel your emotions and you have to stuff them down, that causes awkwardness. If you are just criticized for who you are and you're not appreciated and you're valued, that creates awkwardness. Then you're not okay with you don't like you don't love you, you don't accept yourself, and where does that come from? Well, it comes from the stuff that happens to you repetitively growing up. Relationship with your mom, relationship with your dad, sometimes an important figure in school or an uncle or stuff that happens to you or whatever. So it comes from somewhere. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Now, let me take you through this little thought exercise, okay? So imagine if you grew up and in your family, instead of what actually happened, you got plenty of attention, positive attention, and it was good attention. You were also accepted exactly as you were. They liked you just for you. You didn't have to change, you didn't have to be different. They just liked everything about you. Then they appreciated who you are and they valued you. When you wanted to say something, they would listen. They would carefully pay attention to you. What you said is important. You were respected. You had physical affection. There was hugging. There was warmth. There was connection. Your parents were there for you. You were supported, and you were allowed to become independent. So when you would do things, when you wanted to do things, instead of your mom and your dad quickly doing it for you, you were encouraged to do it yourself. And then you were praised for when you were doing these things. And so you built confidence and so on. So if that had been your experience, so you had a loving, caring, accepting, encouraging, supporting environment, do you really think that now you'd be an awkward person? Or might it be the case that you now would feel a fair bit different? Just a thought. All right, well, I'll leave you with that thought. And of course, there are other things that kind of caused or contributed. It's not always your parents. Maybe you had bullying experiences or whatever. But usually it's the parents. And hopefully this thought exercise is helpful for you. And the cool thing is, the awkwardness, if you're dealing with that, it can actually be undone. So the emotions, the stuck emotions and the beliefs about yourself, I'm unlikable, something wrong with me, people don't like me, I'm awkward, I'm a loser. Those beliefs, which are just emotionalized thoughts, and these stuck emotions, the old processed emotions, they're responsible for the awkwardness. They're in the way of you feeling good about you and presenting yourself with confidence to the world, with other people, so that you can connect, so you can freely share yourself. That's in the way, and these things can be addressed. And what I mean when I say these things can be addressed, they can be released, they can be let go of. And a really effective way of doing that is using a technique called tapping or EFT. There are a variety of other techniques, but I found this to be very effective. I talk about this technique in many of my videos, and I've used that along with a bunch of other techniques and the help of some brilliant therapists. But that technique is really amazing in order to release stuck emotions, clear these limiting beliefs, and get rid of the stuff that causes you to feel awkward. Okay, so what happened. But you don't have to be a victim to what happened. You can actually take control because you're responsible now to deal with the stuff that you're dealing with. And EFT is your magical tool in that. So it's a psychological form of acupuncture. It looks really weird and silly. You tap on your face and body and you probably think I'm nuts, but it is amazing. It is really, really amazing and life-changing once you know how to apply it in the right way. And if you want a little taster of that, I have a free social confidence starter kit where I teach this technique that I've used to overcome my own social anxiety, the tapping thing. And so I teach the bare basics of it so that you can get going. And I also guide you through a couple of experiences in 4 or 5 videos where you use the tapping and actually release some of these awkward emotions, awkward feelings, or emotions that cause or contribute to the awkwardness. You actually feel a shift in your body, which is quite amazing. So you can get that below this video, or click on the link that gets to the webpage, and there you can sign up to get that free starter kit. All right, I hope it's been helpful. Leave your comments if you have one, and I release a video like this every Thursday. Subscribe here so you get them on time, and thank you. Hope this was helpful. Bye for now.